Hello everyone and welcome back to my B&B Everyday YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Daphne will do whatever she can to draw Carter into her web and keep his attention off Hope still. Both Daphne and Steffi may be undervaluing Carter's commitment to Hope. Although Daphne will turn on the charm as frequently as she can, that doesn't inescapably mean Carter will betray Hope. Of course, Hope may be on edge if she senses Daphne's getting too close to Carter, but that could only make him more determined to prove he's with Hope for the long haul. Anyhow, it's easy to imagine Carter buying an engagement ring at some point. Carter might plan an elaborate marriage offer for Hope while Daphne's temptation plot is in progress. That's the kind of thing that could throw Daphne for a circle if she finds out. Daphne might realize Carter's going to pop the question to Hope and run to Steffi with important updates. It could leave Steffi and Daphne scrabbling to ail this engagement before it becomes sanctioned. Still, that could make it tougher to move him to transgress and get inside his head about the future of Forrester Creations if Carter goes each in on marrying Hope. Daphne might have to up the figure when it comes to luring Carter ASAP. Perhaps Daphne or Steffi could indeed go as far as stealing and hiding the engagement ring, at least long enough for Daphne to carry out the rest of her scheme. Anyhow, Steffi might push Daphne to pump the thickets on any marriage offer that might be on the horizon. Carter may not get the chance to ask Hope to tie the knot if Steffi and Daphne have anything to say about it. One way or another, Steffi will keep conniving Carter's split from Hope, and will count on putting the Forresters back in power in the end. Will Daphne and Steffi's platoon trouble actually prove successful? Daphne will make some moves that Carter doesn't see coming. So stick with us for prognostications on all the shocking news to come. Bill will let his guard down a bit with Luna as they bond over their histories. Luna will open up again as well, so this will be a chance for her to pull Bill indeed closer. Of course, Luna is no longer interested in planting kisses on Bill or making any other romantic advances, but it's a good idea to keep him sympathetic. That's especially true since Luna is crushing on Will, and no doubt hopes to make him her man eventually. Meanwhile, Hope and Carter will have another meeting with Daphne. B&B spoilers say Carter and Hope will do their stylish to adulation Daphne up, as they work to forcefully lock in a collaboration contract. Still, Hope and Carter don't know that Daphne is actually working for Steffi on a plan to undermine Carter's leadership and blow up his relationship. It presumably won't be long until Daphne requests roughly alone time with Carter so they can iron out the details of her deal, which will give her a chance to get kittenish. In the Forrester design office, it looks like Steffi will reflect on some of the framed prints that Carter packed up before she puts them back out. Steffi doesn't want the Forrester influence to be brushed away and forgotten, so she'll remain determined to restore power back to her family ASAP. At some point, Hope will join Steffi and vapor about this Daphne cooperation that's coming together. Once Hope starts boasting about Carter's vision and how successful Daphne's incense line could be, Steffi will be thrilled to get updates on her factory's progress. Maybe Steffi will agree with Hope about Daphne being the kind of person who could change everything for Forrester Creations. Steffi will continue to pretend she's a platoon player, but she'll intimately be staying for Daphne to make some big moves to fix effects for the Forresters. Steffi's retired docket will lead to some instigative news and plenitude of drama, so stick with us for further prognostications on all the Daphne mayhem that's brewing. Finn aloud. Steffi made some good points about his parents, but he just didn't supposedly would ever truly trust Jack again. While Finn conceded it was possible Jack had cheated with other women, Lee was busy hounding Jack and Poppy for an admission at the sanitarium. Lee griped about working overtime while Jack and Poppy were home with Finn back also. Jack argued that he was out working too since he was erecting up his law practice. As for this alleged affair with Poppy, Jack claimed it was ridiculous since the most they'd ever done was clinch at Christmas time. Poppy backed Jack over and argued it was insolvable for him to be Luna father, but Lee wanted to get answers for herself, since Lee easily still allowed. Poppy and Jack were lying. She furrowed ahead with a maternity test. Lee rolled up Jack's sleeve and designedly missed a tone when she jabbed him the first time. After Lee eventually drew a vial of blood, she held it up along with Luna's sample and planned to find out the verity. Although Poppy complained that Luna hadn't acceded to this, Lee acted like she was doing this for Luna since she merited to know who her real father was after all this time. Poppy looked worried as Lee prepared to move forward with getting DNA substantiation. At the Spencer manse, Liam recapitulated Luna's crimes and was induced that all the fake son drama had taken a risk on Bill. After Liam said he could still see the scars on Bill's face, he suggested he could still feel Luna's energy in the room too. Liam eventually allowed. Perhaps Bill should visit Luna in captivity and get some check. Although Bill played down Liam's enterprises, he appreciated the fact that his sons watched about him. Once Liam took off, Luna came out of caching and conceded it was hard to hear Liam talk about her that way. Luna knew she couldn't condemn all her miscalculations on her parenting, and could no way forgive herself for the horrible effects she did. Still, Bill could see a difference in Luna and sounded eager to believe in her metamorphosis. Luna formerly again wished Bill had turned out to be her father since he was being so kind to her. Prognostications point to some shocking maternity developments that are going to rock Luna's world soon enough, so stay tuned for updates on all the huge news to come. Lee's on the verge of making some major discoveries about the history. Taylor Hayes is passing a swell of happiness regarding her relationship with Ridge Forrester, with Ridge distancing himself from Brooke Logan. He's now lavishing Taylor with love and attention, making her sense like the focal point of his macrocosm. Ridge has gone so far as to invite Taylor to live in the Forrester manse, motioning his desire to consolidate their connection fleetly. Yet, indeed at this early stage, hints of pressure are beginning to surface in the revivified sparks between Taylor and Ridge. The narrative is portraying Taylor as a righteous figure, a loyal hallmark of fidelity for Ridge during his tumultuous times. Feeling betrayed by Brooke's choices as CEO, Ridge seems to have cleaved to Taylor as a reassuring fallback in matters of the heart. His eyeless adoration for her might just be a prelude to a significant bouleversement ahead. At some juncture, it seems ineluctable that Taylor will slip up, conceivably in a way that drives Ridge back into Brooke's arms. It's still too early to pinpoint the exact nature of that misstep. Still, the show has plenitude of creative avenues to explore, whether it's a vital secret Taylor might be hiding or a new treason that eclipses Brooke's once conduct. Under the right circumstances, Taylor could indeed find herself involved with someone differently. The direction of this plot greatly depends on the pen's vision, but we could veritably well substantiation a bifurcation between Taylor and Ridge in the future. Ultimately, the reunion between Ridge and Taylor is bound to unravel, and it's possible that Taylor might commit a mistake so significant that Ridge wouldn't be suitable to forgive her. This could veritably well lead him back to Brooke, leaving Taylor with a fractured heart formerly more. In fact, one could argue that Taylor's most significant error was choosing to reunite with Ridge at all. He has a tendency to gravitate back toward Brooke, so Taylor should have anticipated the eventuality for further heartbreak. She's been through this ahead. Our vaticination suggests that Taylor may indeed come to lament this decision to reconnect with Ridge, so keep an eye out for any news regarding a possible bifurcation.